Street Team, welcome back to Danny TV, where we bring what's going on in these streets to your TV. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Danielle, so make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe because y'all know we're about to go up. First, this is going to be a little girl / guys night in. I am tapping into the Impact Atlanta. This is a new reality TV show that is based out of Atlanta, and it's following influencers from Atlanta. First off, y'all already know y'all gotta go get y'all a little drink. So I am sipping on a skinny martini. I've had the opportunity because, as y'all know, baby, I'm a journalist, and I've been able to meet the whole cast, and then some of the cast I've been able to work with them personally. So if you want to see who I worked with personally, go ahead and scroll on the channel because I am giving y'all the tea. And you know, anything that I say in this video is a reaction to what I saw on the show and what the producers in BET edited. I don't have any ill intent, and I don't have any problem with any of them. I literally like all of them. So yeah, that's what it is. So let's just jump right into it. I have a few notes on my phone so I don't get lost in the video about things that I wanted to talk about. But I wanted to say this. These are black people that did not come from money. They did not have a head start. They simply had a platform, hopped on social media, built up their platform, and people liked them and became obsessed with them and wanted to know more about them, and they built their brand that way. So I think this is a great show for black excellence, because anytime we got black people out here representing and stuff like that, that is dope. A lot of people are always saying like, oh, they're just rapper baby mamas and they're just influencers and this and that. But it's like, okay, who cares? Because this show was made for them. It wasn't like they threw them on Hip Hop Atlanta. The Impact Atlanta was specifically made for these people. So let's put some respect on their name, because what we're not going to do is disrespect black people and put black people down, because yeah, I think it's pretty dope. But without further ado, I'm going to jump into the cast, and I'm going to jump into my thoughts. None of my thoughts are ill intent, like I said, so it is what it is. If you don't like the heat, you need to get out of the kitchen, and you shouldn't be on reality TV, and that's just how I feel about it. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start off with Jada Waiter, aka Jada Cheetahs. So Jada is from Savannah, Georgia. She started off as Amore Jada, and she kind of built her platform from social media, posting on social media every day. She built her following up. From there, she was able to start a hair company and sell like flat irons and edge control. She also had a book that came out, you know, showing people how to be a boss and stuff like that. Later on in life, she moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and she shares a child with Lil Baby, the hottest rapper out here. Lil Baby, if you watching, I'm coming for an interview. I need that exclusive. So anyway, shares a child with him. And yeah, now she has her own business, which is called Wait a Man, that features in streetwear. So that's the scoop about Jada Waiter. Next up, we have Ari the Dime, aka Ari Fletcher, aka Miss Always Calling Somebody Broke. Like, that sums up Ari in so many words. And it's funny because that girl is funny and that girl got a problem. But anyway, Ari's from Chicago. She shares her child with G Herbo, aka Swervo, okay. And she's an influencer as well. Ari started out working in the club. She was a bottle girl, and you know, she was on social media. People liked her personality because Ari is very entertaining. So people were attracted to that. Ari used that to build her platform, and now she has all this huge following. You know, she does stuff for brands. She has her own brand, which is called Remedy by Ari. By the way, Ari, if you watching, baby, I got the gloss, okay? I need that sponsorship because I'm loving the Remedy by Ari. Like, what y'all think about the color? Because I think it's cute. Next up, we have Tay, aka Arrogant Tay. He is a celebrity hairstylist. He's done Kylie Jenner's hair. He's done Lala Anthony. He works for Nicki Minaj. He does a lot of influencers. Basically, if you in Atlanta and your boyfriend buy you a wig, everybody know Tay is the best. Like, that's what it is. And I'm still waiting on my appointment, Tay. So next time I slide in Atlanta, I need to sit in your chair, okay? Because you gotta get the journalist. Like, that's all I gotta say. Next up, we have Lakia. She is signed to Quality Control. I don't know too much about Lakia, but I know that she's a rapper and she can actually rap. And she seems like a really nice and sweet girl. Lastly, we have Desti Orr. Desti Orr is a rapper as well. She's known for her fashion. She has like a really good stylist because the looks are always coming together. And she's a pretty girl. She's also known for modeling, and she used to date Future. So that sums up our cast. I want to just put this out here. A lot of times people are like, oh, they're just influencers and they're known because of their baby daddies and they're known because they date this person and that person. And it's like, who cares? What we're not going to do is sit up here and put down black people because it took us so long to even develop platforms and be able to do something. And I commend them because they literally have platforms because they were being themselves, not because they was being somebody else, but because they were being themselves and people flocked to them and liked them. Let's make this clear. This show was created for them. They could have easily slapped them on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but they didn't. They created a specific show for them, which is the Impact Atlanta. So let's put some respect on the cast name. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So first episode comes on, and I am a journalist myself. I work in TV news, and I'm easily like starstruck by the production. I love how when they're speaking about certain things, they actually show it on the screen like boom, boom, boom. This is what we're talking about from social media. I like how when they change locations and they may go out of town, they put up the video saying so-and-so is in Atlanta, they're in New York, and they're showing you what Atlanta, New York, Miami, or whatever the case may be looks like, because some people may not, you know, have been to Atlanta or New York. I like that. And then I also I did some research myself on the people behind the scenes, and I like how the people behind the scenes are young people, young professionals. So it's like they know what's going on in this day and age to put this show together. This video, I forgot to tell y'all, this is actually for my baddies on a budget, because a lot of people don't have $9.99. A lot of people don't have 99 cents to stream BET Plus. People don't watch cable anymore. So I just want to give y'all a little recap, because I'm always looking out for my baddies on a budget. So without further ado, let's jump into the first scene that I want to recap on. So the show basically starts off with Jada Waiter, and she's in her Waiter Man warehouse with her mother. So I like how they started off showing, establishing the shot like her in her warehouse. I like how her mother addressed, how is your mental health? Because I feel like a lot of times as African Americans and blacks, we don't talk about our mental health. We kind of just hold things in. So whether it was a storyline or not, I like how that was brought awareness to people like, hey, check on your mental health, check on your strong friend, check on your mama, check on your daughter, and see what they are going through, because it's like you honestly never really know.
What's up, pussy assholes?
Ari has a problem, because this is truly Ari unapologetically herself, because sis, why on the introduction are you sitting up here talking about what's up, bleep, bleep, bleep? I can't say what I want to, I can't say those bad words because Ari cursed too much. And it's like, Ari, I'm trying to create a reaction video and you doing all this cursing, and I'm gonna have to bleep the cursing out. Sis, I'm gonna need for you to talk down a little bit. But I thought that that scene was very funny, because that's pretty much Ari. Like, Ari is freaking entertaining.
Hair was thin as hell, but
this clip of Ari and Tay pretty much sums up their friendships and their personality. Tay throwing the shade like, yeah, you talking stuff, but your hair was very much thin. In their friendship, they're able to like throw shade at each other and not get upset and just play. And I love that for them. Tay is a Pisces and I'm a Pisces, so sometimes Tay be doing some little stuff and I be like, really, Tay? But I also like always gravitate and like Tay because I'm a Pisces myself, and I'm like, okay, we got the Pisces energy going on.
Just reacting.
Moving along. I like the accountability that Ari held in this clip. She was able to say, you know, I lost this deal because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut and I was talking too much. And I can feel that, because sometimes Ari say some things sometimes and I'll be like, all right, Ari, like, you doing too much, you need to shut up. But I like how she was able to hold herself accountable and express, you know, I messed up. You know, I was saying I didn't care about what the fans was saying, not necessarily saying, you know, I don't care about domestic violence. And as far as that clip, it was like a situation where Ari was on a podcast with Don't Call Me White Girl, and she made some remarks, and like it went viral, and people were like, yo, like people are really going through this in real life with domestic violence. She got on live and basically was like, I don't care what y'all talking about. And people were like, yo, you sitting up here talking about domestic violence victims. Rihanna took $150,000 sponsorship away, snatched it right away, and the rest was history. Over the years, Ari has been notoriously known as the bad guy. Does Ari care that she's known as the bad guy? No, because she paid. Like she say all the time, y'all broke. And yeah, like she say all the time. So I like how now she's showing growth, and she's more quieter. She don't talk too much. She don't tell us what she got going on. She just pop out with her stuff, and that's what it is. And she's basically holding herself accountable and, you know, admitting to her mistakes. That was something that was wrong, and she paid the price, and she learned from it. So I'm mostly interested in seeing, you know, Ari continue to grow. This particular clip of Tay, I never knew that Tay literally drove to Atlanta with nowhere to go and only had $1,000 in his pocket. I always knew Tay as a celebrity hairstylist, and it goes to show, like, just because people out here doing celebrities' hair doesn't mean that they have the funds to match and to sustain a lifestyle. But I feel like Tay was pretty open and vulnerable in this clip, and I like how he said, you know, I ain't had no money. I basically had a dream. I knew that I had a passion, and I had to get to Atlanta to get that done. Furthermore, I needed to touch base on this. In the beginning of the episode, they talked about what Atlanta kind of is to them and what Atlanta means. And I could agree with all the things that they said, because Atlanta means those same things to me. Atlanta was the first place that kind of gave me some opportunities, and the first place that I knew of where I was able to see celebrities on a daily basis and be like, wow, you know, to the people that are from Atlanta, that's kind of normal to them. But me coming from St. Louis and seeing these people, sometimes I would kind of get like starstruck, and I'm like, whoa, like this is really a thing. I just love how everyone in Atlanta is just so supportive. If it's an event and they don't know you, people are interested to find out who you are, what's your social media, and let's network. Nobody, I feel like, is in a competition with the other, because everyone has literally some of the same businesses, and they like link up, network, repost the other people's business. So that's one of the reasons why I can agree with what they were saying in the beginning, and you know, I can contribute to that because Atlanta is very special to me. I'm iffy about Dream right now because I didn't really like that stuff that was going on with Dream and Taco Tuna. I'm sorry, what's her name? Taina. I didn't really like that stuff that was going on because I feel like that was not genuine and it was messy. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, Ari, G Herbo's first baby mother, and Taina Williams have a iffy relationship because Herb allegedly cheated on Ari with Taina. And Dream is supposed to be, excuse me, Ari's friend, but she in the club with Taina taking pictures. And I thought that was kind of weird and messy because I feel like I don't give up if you a fan, we don't like them. And not necessarily saying just because I don't like somebody mean that you don't like them. But if you're my close friend and I was with a dude for years and then that dude go run off with this little girl, why are you talking to the girl that, you know, my dude ran off with and cheated on me on? Why are you as a friend being friends with somebody that used to mess with the same dude that I used to mess with? Like, it's weird and it's giving underlying issues because which one is it? You gotta pick one. So I didn't really care for seeing Dream at the moment because I think that's kind of messy. But anyway, this show Tay being the true Pisces that he is and being there for his friend and letting her know, yo, your energy off, you need to get this video right. All right, y'all, let's get into the real tea. So this scene right here is basically Ari talking about the underlying issues between her and Jada. Personally, I feel like that Jada and Ari were never friends. I feel like it was some cordial stuff. So they both were friends with Tay, and Tay did both of their hair. So it was like, okay, let's be cool. Like, you know how when you got a friend that's friends with somebody else, and then if y'all all come together, it's like you cool, but that's not really your friend. I could be wrong because I don't know them and I'm not in their life, of course, but I feel like they were never friends. I feel like it was just like a mutual thing. Furthermore, I feel Ari when she say that she not finna fake the funk, because I'm never about to fake the funk. If I know that you're gonna be somewhere and the energy is gonna be off, and I know that I don't rock with you like that, or we had a disagreement that we haven't solved, I'm not coming, because I'm not putting myself in that predicament where I have to fake the funk, because I'm not finna compromise myself and be fake, or also pull myself out of character. So I 100% feel Ari on that. I'm from St. Louis and Ari is Chicago, from Chicago, the Midwest, and it's something about the St. Louis and Chicago people like, nah bro, we not gonna be fake. Cause I feel like this clip with Ari and Jada was giving, I don't know, it was kind of fake to me. And it was kind of giving storyline. Ari is unapologetically herself. Ari's gonna speak her mind, and she doesn't care about being the bad guy, versus Jada. Jada is kind of wants to be America's sweetheart, and Jada is kind of passive aggressive, because as you see in the clips, Ari is like, yo, what's going on? I thought it was weird at the event. Jada's like, you know, yeah, I just didn't know what was going on and I was being my jolly self. But it's like in the clip, you kind of weren't being your jolly self, because in the clip you looked awkward and uncomfortable. Ari was being her, and then you were sitting there and you were kind of like, this is like weird or whatever, let's take a shot. So it was like, from what they edited and showed us, you kind of weren't being jolly. You were kind of looking like you were confused. And what she said, she was confused. I thought it was kind of weird, because it's like in the next scene, Ari discusses what happens and then with her friends, and then Jada discusses what happens with her friend, and it kind of, in my opinion, was freaking night and day. And to further that point, Jada was at the table, and you know, Ari kept saying, I don't know why it's so weird between us, and then Jada's like, I don't know neither. But it's like when Jada got around her friends, Jada was like, you know, I think it's weird because and let me run the clip back for receipts, but she think it's a matter of, you know, they're in the same category and she's not in competition with her. She wants everyone around her to eat, which is perfectly fine, because that is how you're supposed to be. But my thing is, why didn't you say that to Ari? Because when Ari kept saying, why is it weird and stuff like that, you were like, oh, I don't know. You could have easily said, yo, I think it's because the fans try to put us against each other, and I think it's because we're in the same field and we may be viewed as competition. And in my opinion, I don't think that they're in the same field. I think that they both are influencers, but I feel like Jada is more of an influencer because the girls go and run to get everything that Jada has. Like, Jada kind of sets the tone for the girls, and I feel like Ari is entertaining. You know, when you click on a live with Ari and Tay in Tucson, you are going to get a show. You don't know what the heck is going to come out of Ari's mouth, and you just know it's going to be funny, good vibes, and them being themselves and having personality and having fun. Versus Jada. Jada's kind of the girl next door. Jada's kind of Miss Perfect, it appears, and she kind of is a people pleaser. I feel like she cares more of what the people think. And I feel like Ari doesn't give a rat's butt about what the public thinks, because Ari's known to be the bad guy and she still keep going and she doesn't care. So I feel like the whole interaction was weird. I feel like no accountability was held, and I feel like it was honestly a stupid scene, because it was like y'all went to dinner and y'all still didn't get to the root of the issue. So what was the point? Like, what are we talking about, sissies? Like, it literally was given, y'all did this for a storyline, because it just wasn't a point to me, and I didn't see it being useful, because in my opinion, nothing was resolved. This particular clip of Jada gave me, if I'm trying to convince my friends that I'm not with my dude, and I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not with my dude, because it's like, pick one. You clearly just stated that he said that he couldn't see himself, you know, dating someone else, and you couldn't either. So sis, what are we talking about? Why are you on the show trying to tell us that y'all are co-parenting and it's this and that and it's this and that? It's like, okay, but if he can't see himself without you, and you clearly can't see yourself without him, because you've been talking about him since episode 1, since the dang on episode started, introducing yourself. So it's like, who you trying to convince? Are you trying to convince us? Are you trying to convince yourself? Are you trying to convince your collective friends? Like, I was literally confused. And I honestly feel like in that case, like, Lil Baby and Jada are grown. If y'all both are saying that y'all can't see y'all dating other people, y'all need to be grown and get to the root of that issue in y'all relationship, of why y'all keep constantly having issues. And y'all can't co-parent, you know, or y'all can't stay in a relationship. That's what I'm getting at, and that's what I'm feeling. That clip kind of gave me, let me convince the fans and myself that I'm done with them, and I ain't done with them. I could be wrong. I ain't calling nobody a liar. I don't know these people, but that's what it gave to me. Like, girl, okay, you know when your friend is telling you that she done with her dude for the 1,000th time, sure you are. Believe it when I see it. Believe it when I see it. That's just what it gave. This particular clip played into the narrative earlier in the show when Ari said Jada hides her hand. You're stating that you posted this online about this watch, knowing that you left the jewelry at his home, and you left it there because you were there and y'all got into it, not because he stole it. So my thing is, why did you hop online pretending that this man stole your jewelry when you know that that was not true? And I mean, I'm not being messy, because this is what she said, and this is what she said, and it's like, girl, stop playing. Stop throwing the rocks and hiding your hand, because that's exactly what this is, and that's exactly what this is an example of, because you knew dang on well that man ain't take the stuff from you, but you hopped online throwing this narrative out here that he did. And it's kind of giving messy and childish, you know, when you like 10 years old and you get into it with your boyfriend and you hop online talking stuff. Like, I just want that to go away. Like, don't be messy, because why do you have to get online and explain to strangers what's going on in your life and going on with your relationship? Like, I just think that it's messy, and I just think that it's pointless. And it's like, well, at least in this scene, you are holding accountability that you told a little tale and he didn't steal from you. But it was just like, okay, I feel like that disrespect was loud, and he needed an apology that loud, because he did not take your jewelry. You left it at his home and y'all were into it, and you didn't get it back because you left it there and y'all were beefing. Two different things. With this clip, I kind of felt for Lakia, because it's like she said, you know, she didn't come from money. She kind of moved to Atlanta, didn't know where she was going, you know, get signed at, didn't know where she was gonna live, and this kind of happened. All she knew is that she had a dream. I seen so many tweets online with people saying Lakia's boring and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like y'all need to cut Lakia some slack. First of all, Lakia is 21 years old. She's younger than everybody on this show. She clearly has some issues, as she stated on the show, going on with her mother. She doesn't have anybody in Atlanta with her besides the people that she is working with. She doesn't have any friends, and you know, she just wants to be a rapper. She didn't want to be on, I'm sure she didn't want to be on this show, but it kind of came with it because Quality Control is over the show, and she signed to Quality Control. She doesn't know how to be an influencer. Like, she didn't sign up to be an influencer. I feel like she's young, she's learning, she's growing, and she's trying to find her way. So it's like, y'all need to shut up and, you know, don't call that girl boring, because she just needs to, you know, get more comfortable with the camera, and she needs to you know, continue to grow, because as you can see in the clip with her and Jada, which I thought was a really good moment, when Jada gave her the game and told her, yo, you know, just be yourself and be more personable. And I feel like that's what it is. She's still young and she has a lot of learning and growing to do. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Lakia on the show. She's a pretty girl, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of her story. I loved when she said she kind of went on a limb because she know that she had a dream. Like, I can feel that. Lastly, we're gonna get into this clip of Desi Dior on this interview, and I thought that that was freaking hilarious. When the interviewer was like, you know, he made this song saying I never liked you. Was he talking about you? As y'all heard me laughing, I had to play that back a few times because that tickled my song. And it's this talking about, no, like, you would have to ask him. And it's like, okay, this, because you just said in the scene before that y'all still are good friends. So if you know that y'all are good friends, why would she need to ask him? All you had to say was, no, he wasn't talking about me because we were good friends. And it was kind of weird seeing her on the show because I've like interacted with her in person. I've seen her in person. And I don't know, I feel like Des was being very closed off on the show. I feel like Jada was being very closed off as well. Jada has a personality and Des has a personality. Like, Des shows her personality really well on her YouTube channel. So I don't know, like, why they were being like so closed off. It was like, okay, because I've seen y'all in person. Like, I've seen Jada in person at her events, dancing, kicking it, having fun, and I've also seen Des doing the same. This particular clip made Des seem mature because she was in a high profile relationship with Future, and she said, you know, when they broke up, they're still friends, and you know, that's not social media business to say this is why we broke up and this is what happens. So I thought that was very mature of her, because a lot of the times you have girls that get mad and they be in their feelings and they got all these feelings involved, and they got to get on the internet and share how they feel with complete strangers. And it's kind of like weird, like, go get a diary, go get a book, boo. But I like how Des kept it cute and classy, and she was like, you know, I'm not clearing nothing up and it's nothing for me to explain to y'all. This concludes my reaction to the Impact Atlanta. Let me know in the comments y'all thoughts. Did y'all watch the episode? Do y'all think I was spot on with the reaction? What do you think about the Ari versus Jada narrative? Do you think Ari is a bully? Do you think Jada is passive aggressive? Do you think Ari is a mean girl? Would you like to see more of Lakia? Do you think that Des was kind of being a little closed off? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy Vlogtober. And yeah, let me know if you guys would like me to do another reaction to the Impact Atlanta. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe.